Like, these are things that you need to think about. Like, don't think about only the external things, but what is most important is the internal, because that's what be messing us up. I'm currently in a space of reinventing myself, and I wanted to sit with you, do my makeup, and just chat about reinventing yourself spiritually, physically, emotionally. This is what I'm looking like right now. No makeup, clean skin, and this is what I'm going to look like at the end of the video. So if you like light makeup, minimal makeup, makeup that enhances your beauty and doesn't cover it up, I'm your girl. I need to get my hair out of my face. Do you ever sit and think about the fact that we only have one life? My best friend passed away this year, and it put me in such a rut for the past 7 months. And it really put life into perspective in a way that I've never thought about life before. And before I continue to get into it, I'm gonna moisturize my face before I start anything. So I always moisturize myself with a Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base. This is almost done, but this is one of my favorite moisturizers. I have super dry skin, so I prep the hell out of my face before I do my makeup. This is my everyday, like, daytime makeup. So during the day, I always prep my skin with the Elemis Pro Collagen SPF 30. This is strictly for the daytime. I do not use this at night when I'm doing my makeup. But anyway, yeah, so he passed away, and it put so much of life in perspective for me, and it made me think about things that I just wasn't thinking about. Like, him passing away hit me like a ton of fucking bricks, and it made me realize we live one time, once. You could believe in an afterlife, you could believe that there's something beyond us, you could believe in heaven, you could believe in hell, all that. But what we know for a matter of fact is that we have one life here. We don't know what happens on the other side. We don't know how long we're here for. All of this could end tomorrow. I go in with my primer after my moisturizer. I use the this grip, what is it? Why I can't think about it? Milk, and it's right in my face. Milk. I use this Milk grip thingy, and I color correct just under my eyes because my eyes are a little dark, and I use this Bobbi Brown color corrector in the color Very Deep Peach. But yeah, like I was saying, you live only one life, and we're living every day. And some of us are choosing to be unhappy. Some of us are choosing to procrastinate. Some of us are choosing to wallow and not be the best version of ourselves. You're choosing to dim your light in order to make other people uncomfortable, or just based on fear in itself. And low-key, like, am I talking about other people, or am I talking about me? I might be talking about me, but if I'm talking about me, maybe somebody hears me. Maybe somebody hears me. This year has honestly been one of the worst years of my life. Literally. My best friend passed away. This is a person that this is a person that meant a lot to me. Meant a lot to me. And when he left, when God decided to take him, my whole world shut down. My whole world shut down, and I fell into a deep depression. I have been in a deep depression for the past 7 months, and I haven't talked about this with anyone but my husband. But I'm low-key in the realm of trying to get out of it. Not even trying to get out of it. I think I am finally out of it. And that's how I'm able to sit and do this video. But I lost consistency. Like, I lost the want to create content. I lost the want to be creative. I lost the want to get out of bed. I lost a lot of things, and I stopped showing up for myself. I really stopped showing up for myself. And I woke up 2 weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, I woke up and I told myself, you got 2 decisions to make, okay? It's either you're going to struggle through getting your shit together and being more disciplined, or you're going to struggle through one day waking up and realizing that you regret not doing the things that you should have been doing for your future self. And guess what I chose? I'm sitting here right now. I chose the first one. I'm going to go in with contour. So I like my makeup to look as minimal as possible. Again, I just want to enhance my features. I don't want to cover them up. So I go in with, this is dirty, I don't even want to show it, but I go in with the NARS Laguna bronzing cream in the number 4, and I go in with my contour first. And where's my contour brush? So what I do is I just get some product on my brush, and I never want too much product on my brush, so I always use the lid. And I take the lid and any excess that I have on the lid, and this is falling off. But yeah, like the struggle of forcing myself out of bed, the struggle of forcing myself to work out, the struggle of giving my body the fuel that it needs to perform at its best. All of those things, me getting back in my creative bag, because my full-time job is coming up with ideas for content. My full-time job is literally coming up with ideas for companies to use for ads. I have not been able to be creative for work, and I have not been able to be creative for myself. I have been having the hardest time just making beautiful content and uplifting content because I have not been in the most beautiful and uplifting mood. I have been struggling to come up with content for my job because I just can't be creative. And all of those struggles are outweigh me struggling to do those things, outweigh the struggle of 5-10 years from now not reaching my goals. It beats the struggle of 5-10 years from now regretting that I didn't do what I need to do right now in the present moment for my future self to be happy and have exactly what she wants. So what did I do? 2 weeks ago, I reimagined my goals. I reimagined what I want out of life. I reimagined what I need. I reimagined what I need to do to get those things done. And I'm recreating the environment that I need to make my reality look how it looked a year ago, and make my future reality look and be in the state of progression that it was before I took this 7-month halt and life hit me like a can of motherfucking bricks. It's like that simple 2 choices I gave myself was the mental shift I needed to get my shit together. And it's like a light bulb went off, and I literally had to slap myself and say, like, girl, like, what are you doing? After my bronzer, I go in with my foundation. So I use the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. This is chef's kiss, one of the best, literally the best foundation. So when I'm doing my everyday makeup, some people like put the foundation like on their skin. I put a little bit of foundation on the back of my hand, and I use a fluffy brush to put the product in. So I'll just dab some, and I might need more. I just build, so I just go in with what I think I would need, and if it's not enough, just go back for more. But yeah, the next step, boy, stop overthinking. Okay, that is the first thing that gotta go when you're trying to reinvent yourself. I don't know about you, but I overthink. I am an overthinker. Okay, I talk myself out of so many things. One thing being what I'm doing right now, creating content. Like, as soon as the camera gets turned on, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. I have no personality. This is my second time creating this video or attempting to create this video, because I didn't even get to doing my makeup, because it's just like, as soon as I saw this camera on me, I froze and I had no idea what to do. And I just had to remember, like, Diamond, you do this. You've done this plenty of times before. Get the fuck over it. Get over it and just do it. So that's what I'm saying here. Overthinking is a lack of trust. And that's what I found out when I sat with myself. It's like you choose to do something and then you talk yourself out of it. But why are you talking yourself out of it? You're talking yourself out of it because you don't trust that initial choice that you made. You don't trust that initial instinct. Like, there's something that goes on in the back of your head that stops you and makes you mistrust yourself. And I found that in order to overcome that overthinking, you just have to make a choice. Make the choice. Okay, make the choice and just do it. When I sat down with myself and I was like, oh, concealer, I use the Pat McGrath concealer in number M19. When I sat down with myself and I was like, okay, you know what, I need to hop on YouTube. I need to make a video. I need to find a way to be more consistent. I need to get back on my YouTube grind and do what I used to do on here. And I sat with myself and I was like, girl, nobody's gonna watch this motherfucking video. Like, girl, no one is gonna care about what you say. Like, why are you even attempting or think that you should put this out? And I could already see myself going back later, editing this video, not liking how it looks or feeling dumb and saying, yeah, I'm not putting this out, because this has happened to me time and time again. And fuck it. No matter how this comes out, I'm going to post it. You hear me? Diamond, future Diamond, post this shit. It's like when you talk yourself out of doing things, you get stuck in this continual cycle of being stuck. And then you never get out of that loop. You never get out of that mindset, and then you just don't do what you need to do. I've had so many content ideas for my YouTube channel. I've had so many things that I've wanted to share and wanted to do, and I've talked myself out of it, and that's just not happening anymore. I'm not even, right now, I have a beauty blender that I'm blending this out with. I'm not even blending out my concealer in the way that I normally do. I don't ever really use a beauty blender. I always use a dry puff. So, I mean, if you're a beauty blender girl, I mean, the beauty blender is going to do what she needs to do. But I rather a dry puff, and the reason why I rather a dry puff is because it gives more coverage to the concealer. Gives you a little bit more coverage than you would with a beauty blender. Even though the type of beauty blender that I use, this is the type of beauty blender that you don't wet. This is used dry so that you can get more coverage. Oh my god, y'all, I am so hungry right now. I'm doing a watermelon fast. I'm currently on day 3 of my watermelon fast, and I am hungry. Okay, so if I seem a little aggressive in this video, I mean, I think my personality is aggressive in general, but if I seem more aggressive than usual, it's because I'm starving. I'm so hungry. And water and watermelon, water and watermelon. That is all I've been consuming the past 3 days, and I cannot wait for this to be over. I'm doing a 5-day watermelon cleanse or watermelon fast, and yeah, I'll post a video about it. You'll see a video about it. But yeah, the next step, what I'm doing to reinvent myself, you need to go ghost and you need to focus. Okay, the next 3 months I am going in. Okay, I have the next 3 months of my life planned out already. The only thing I need to do is follow it. The only thing I need to do is be motivated and be disciplined. And you know what? Actually, fuck the motivation, because motivation is not going to get you far. Okay, I need to be disciplined these next 3 months to get my plan done. And I'm hoping by the end of these 3 months, I am a completely transformed new person. When you are in the phase of reinventing yourself, you need to come up with a plan. You need to stick to it. And you need to become that person with new habits, because a new you means a person with new habits. A new you means you doing things differently than you was doing before. A new you is sticking to those things, because when you stick to them, eventually they'll become a part of who you are, which is what we're trying to do, which is change who we currently are and manifest ourselves into someone different. So for example, you want to become a Pilates girl, you start going to Pilates 5 days a week. Go to Pilates 5 days a week, and you consistently do that, and it becomes a part of your everyday routine, and eventually you're a girl that goes to Pilates. You're a Pilates girl, because now it just becomes a part of who you are. It becomes a part of your habits. You don't wait. You wake up in the morning and you have to go to Pilates because you are a Pilates girl. You transformed yourself into a Pilates chick. Get clear on who you want to be. Get clear on the reinvention. Y'all, this whole time, my camera died. I went and got a new battery. This whole time I was talking and I was not recording. See, stuff like this happens, and this is why I don't upload content, because shit like this happens. So now, am I gonna have to re-say that whole part? I'm gonna have to re-say that whole part. I'm doing my brows right now, but while I was off camera, I did my blush, as you can see, and I sprayed my face with this Studio Fix fixing spray. It's a fixing spray. This is not a setting spray, it's a fixing spray. So I sprayed this on before I put any powder on my face. I was just saying that I need to do my brows off camera, but I wasn't recording that whole time. So let me do my brows off camera, and I'll be back and I'll say what I was saying before. Creating a new version of you. You need to have new habits. You need to create new habits. You need to do new things. You need to structure your life in a different way. You need to be crystal clear on who you want this version of you to be, who you want this version of you to look like. Like, who is she? What does she wear? Where does she go? How is her hair? What does her career look like? What does her life look like 5 years from now? Where does she go to eat? Who does she hang out with? How does she feel in her body? Does she feel comfortable in her body? Does she feel small in her body? Does she feel awkward in her body? Like, who is this person at their core? Like, these are things that you need to think about. Like, don't think about only the external things, but what is most important is the internal, because that's what be messing us up. The internal is what messes us up. The internal is what shifts our mindset. The internal is what leads us into depression. The internal is what gets us up and allows us to do what we need to do. So you need to focus on internal things as well, and really dive deep within yourself and figure out who that person is, and just lock in. Finish my face. I use this bronzer. This is MAC Rich Rosy. See if you can see that color. It's such a pretty color. There's Armani sent me a bunch of makeup and I wanted to use it on this video, but I was like, no, I don't know how any of that makeup is going to look on me or how it's gonna come out. So I'm gonna save that for another video, but I've already determined they sent me the wrong foundation and the wrong concealer color. Everything else I got, I think I can make it work, especially the bronzer. The bronzer looked so pretty, but I'm gonna email them and see if they could send me a different foundation color. Under my eyes, I use, this is my go-to makeup. Under my eyes, I use MAC Studio Fix in the color NC45, and it depends on the day, but sometimes I put what is this, a powder under my eyes, and sometimes I don't. But in today's case, I will be putting a powder under my eye. Yeah, I love, like, look at that. This, people go through so many different products, and I was once that girl, but I've decided to get over the overconsumption of things and stick to what I know and love and what works for me and my skin. And one thing that works for me and my skin is MAC Cosmetics. She has never steered me wrong, and I have fallen for the overconsumption of the world, and I have so many different pressed powders. I have so many different loose powders. I have so much makeup, and one thing I always reach for is my MAC products. Always. Because my skin always comes out so flawless when I wear it. And I like this powder because not only is it a pressed powder, but it's foundation too. So it gives you more coverage than you would get from a regular pressed powder. And then all over my face, I go in with the MAC Deep Dark Mineralized Skin Finish. But this just gives like a toastiness to your skin. So I just go in with that with a big powder brush, and I use this to just blend everything in and make everything more seamless. I'm gonna go in with a powder blush. So this blush is, what color is this? This is Raisin. This is a blush I've been purchasing time and time again. Perfect blush for a darker skin tone. Sometimes during the day I'll put some blush like on my forehead and on my nose. I also use my bronzer. Ooh, bitch. Also use my bronzer in my crease here, just to give some dimension to my eyes. I am not eye makeup girly. I don't do eye makeup like that. If I can't just slap it on, I'm not wasting time. The only thing I'm wasting time on is my wing liner, and if I decide to get wing eyeliner and wing like dark eyeliner, if I decide to go heavy like that. But I think that's the heaviest I would ever go. And I always carve out my nose as well. One thing about me my skin tone is so weird because like here is darker than my face. Like my face is lighter than my skin, and summertime, I've been outside, like I've been in the sun, so clearly, but my skin burns faster than my face does when I am out in the sun. So it's just, I have the hardest time finding the perfect matched foundation, and that's why I'm so mad that that Armani foundation does not match me. It's a shade, just a shade, a tidge too dark, a tidge. Like if I were to put the shade on my shoulders, it low-key, I would be able to finesse it, but putting it on my face, like it just doesn't match. I don't know, I might try to make it work. So I go in with, just to add some glow back into my face, with the MAC Whisper of Guilt. It's such a pretty like gold color. What I like about this is it does not like go on, what is it, like sparkly, like a lot of, what they call this? I don't know, but a lot of like highlighters, yeah, that's the word. A lot of highlighters go on sparkly, and I don't like that. I do not like that. So I love that this doesn't go on sparkly, and it looks like my skin is kind of glowing from within. So then I go in with a setting spray, and oh no, this is a fixing spray too. Where's my setting spray? Okay, I have another fixing spray, so I'm gonna use this fixing spray over my powder. And this, your makeup, you use this, your makeup is not going anywhere. So I don't have my other setting spray here with me, so we're not going to use that. But my setting spray, I use Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. So I use this for my creams, let them dry down, let it fix it. Then this for my powders, let it dry down, let it fix it. And then I set everything, and my makeup, your makeup is not going to budge all day. So on everyday makeup, I do not put on lashes. I only put on lashes at night when I'm doing a heavier makeup, I'm doing a full glam. So I always use a primer with my makeup, with my mascara, just to give my lashes just a little bit more life and a little bit more length. I use the voluminous base, like L'Oreal voluminous base, primer base for my lashes. So now that my mascara is done, doing my lips, I always get asked about my lip combo. And I have, like when I buy this, I make sure to get at least 3 of them, because I keep one in different bags. And I keep one in my makeup drawer, and I just rotate bags, and I just make sure, like, I always have to have this on hand. And this is the Makeup Forever Limitless Brown, my go-to. So yeah, this year, or the year's up, okay, I wasted this entire year, and I'm so mad at myself for that. But I guess I was in a state of grieving. I've never grieved like that before, like this before. I've never in my life lost someone this close to me. I've never known how that felt. Like when people have people that pass away and they're sad, they're distraught, clearly, like I've been around those people, and clearly, like, it's a sad situation, but I could never connect with that way of feeling. I could never imagine how that felt. And now that I've gone through it myself, I'm like, damn, that is a deep pain. Like that is a deep pain. And that's not a pain, the type of pain I wish on anybody. And now moving forward, like, I'm just gonna say F it. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to put out what I want to put out. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be my most authentic self. Like, I feel like sometimes I get on camera and I put on my reporter voice. I put on my professional voice. I put on my corporate voice. But that's not what this is for. This is not for me to be inauthentically me. This channel was created for me to express myself and be myself. Oh, I did not want to use this. I use this sometimes. I have another one that I use. I don't have it in front of me, so I'm not using it today. This is Jason Wu's cream stick in Nudist. Cream, like liquid lipstick in Nudist. I don't normally go for this. Yeah, no. I don't, for my everyday makeup, I don't normally go for this one. But that is what we're using today because I did not bring my other one. But what I normally use, what I would normally use is the NYX cream lip thingy in the color London. That's my go-to. But if I'm ever out of that, which I run out of that a lot because it's such a small little bottle, this is the next go-to. This is a look. I just took the clips out of my hair, fixed my hair up a little bit, but I would leave it here, like with my lips. I would leave it right here sometimes. Or if I'm feeling like I want a little more zhuzh, I'll add the Fenty Glow lip gloss. I don't use the regular Glow lip gloss. I use the Heat one, which is like a little plumping gloss. So I'm actually, oh shoot, this almost done. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we're just gonna leave this right here. This is the look. Even with the lip gloss, this is giving minimal. This is giving enhanced beauty. This is giving my skin, but better. Like, let's do away with the heavy makeup and get back into just natural, pretty makeup. You do not have to do too much to look nice. Like this, I feel like this is, I mean, it took a long time, but this is my basic makeup routine. I get this done in like 10 minutes and I feel like I look decently okay. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this. I'm never open like this on my channel. I don't ever lay my burdens down. The only people I lay my burdens down to is my husband and God. So just this was more so for me to just be more open on my channel and talk to you guys like you're my friends, because a lot of you have been here for a long periodically time.
You have to sit out here and wait a long periodically time.
And a lot of you have watched from my first video until this one, and I really appreciate those of you who've been here. And I feel like I need to be more open. I need to be more myself. I need to cut the corporate voice, you know, and just be open with y'all. So I really hope you appreciated it. I hope, again, you got something out of it. I will be back with another one. I will be back soon. I'll talk to you later.